Okay, everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be going through 2024 PSLE Science Prelim Singapore Chinese Girls School question number 35. The diagram below shows a test tube filled with some lime water. So lime water turn chalky in the presence of carbon dioxide. This statement is very important. Okay, this actually tells you a color indicator test. Okay, when there's a color change, it tests for some it tests the presence of something. Okay, so this is very similar to what your iodine does. Okay, so for the lime water, it tests for carbon dioxide. So it means that the lime water, if it's remain clear, okay, which is the original color, that is absence of carbon dioxide, or there isn't enough carbon dioxide to turn the lime water chalky. So Sally blew the air, okay, into lime water several times through a delivery tube. So what happened is that the air that Sally blew into the delivery tube will be called your exhale air. Exhale air, it bubbled through the lime water. State why the lime water in the test tube turned chalky. So this is the direct observation that is provided in the question. Okay, so I already done a video to show you the actual scenario that happened and the actual setup that checks for the presence of carbon dioxide that cause it to turn chalky. You can take a look in the video now. So over here, these are 50 ml of clear lime water. So let me show you this part. This is clear lime water. This is also 50 ml of clear lime water. So I'm going to put in normal air, or rather what we call inhale air, into this one over here, and then see what will happen. So this is the air pump that I have. It will draw air from the surrounding, and then we will see what will happen. Okay. So on the left hand side, we have the one that is subjected to the normal air or the inhaled air, which has a 0.04% of carbon dioxide. So in this one over here, I'm going to blow air from my mouth, okay, which is what we call exhale air, and then see what will happen to the lime water. So as you can see, this part is slightly a little bit cloudy, okay, as compared to the one on the left hand side. So let me continue to put in more air bubbles into the right beaker. See? So, okay, let's take a look over here. So you can see that in both beaker, right, the one with the normal air, you can see that it remained clear. Okay, but the one that I put it with the air, you can see obviously it turned very, very cloudy. So in this case, right, as I'm using lime water, right, this shows that the amount of air that I breathe out, right, indeed contain a lot more carbon dioxide, and there's enough carbon dioxide to actually turn the lime water to into chalky white color. Okay, so to add on, why there is a need to show you the one with the normal air that I mix it with the lime water. Okay, this actually is a control to show that any changes in the color of lime water is indeed due to a higher amount of carbon dioxide that I blow it into it, and not because of any other variable. So this over here is a control. It is indeed a control to compare and confirm. Okay, for this experiment. So with that, that will be the end of this experiment. Okay, as mentioned in the video, right? The one that I blew in the exhale air, right, caused the lime water to turn chalky, right? Because there is really enough or a lot more carbon dioxide in the exhale air to turn the lime water chalky. That is basically the reason why the lime water could have turned chalky. Then the other setup that remain clear, there is just isn't enough or there is an absence of carbon dioxide, okay, which is found in the inhale air. Okay, the exhale air will contain a lot more carbon dioxide. Okay, name the gas that remain unchanged in the air that Sally took in and blew out. Okay, so for this, right, so that the gases that we are really concerned with is really carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen, or water vapor. These are the four gases that we are more or less concerned with, and it will be one of these gases. So let me just do a recap on this part and see which one is the answer. Okay, so there are a few factors we want to consider between inhale and exhale air. So for oxygen, inhale air will always be higher, so we will take in about 21%. As your body is inefficient to take in all the oxygen you breathe in, it will exhale out some of the oxygen but lower, because most of the oxygen has been used or absorbed by the body for respiration, for this process called respiration, to produce energy for your life processes. So decrease 21 to 16. Okay. Carbon dioxide when you inhale is about 0.04. Okay, that's the natural percentage of carbon dioxide found in the air that you breathe in. When you exhale out, it will be very, very high, about 4%. So this is about 100 times. So it increases about 100 times. Okay, why they increases? Because your body during respiration, it will produce carbon dioxide, and it has to be get rid of your body through your lungs. That's why it increases. Okay, this one also due to respiration process. Water vapor increases. Okay, usually the inhaled air, right, contain between 1 to 3%. Okay, it depends on places, right. Okay, if you are near the water body, near the ocean, you probably have the inhaled air over there probably have a lot more water vapor because there's a lot of evaporation going on. Okay, but generally the air that you breathe out will have a lot more. Okay, because when the air that is coming out from your lungs through your nose and through the lungs nose windpipe, right, it will carry out some water vapor away from these routes, and then so the air that you breathe out actually usually it will contain a lot more water vapor. So this is a fact, a science fact. Okay, this is accurate. Okay, for temperature, usually you will breathe in air that is more or less at room temperature. Okay, let's say room temperature is about 25 degrees to 22.5. Okay, the air that you breathe out normally is very close to your body temperature. Okay, so you can take it as 36.9, very, very close. Okay, so usually you can see that the temperature of the exhale air that you breathe out increases as compared to inhale air. Okay, last but not least, nitrogen remain the same, 78%, because this is not used, not produced. Okay, your body got nothing, has no use for nitrogen as of now, or rather as human, right, we haven't found a very effective way to use nitrogen yet. So the nitrogen that you breathe in is just going to be the same amount that you breathe out. So the answer will be nitrogen. Okay, the gases that remain unchanged. Okay, this is something that you need to know. Okay, so the diagram below shows a bus on a rainy day. It's observed that water droplets started to form on the inside of the window, even though no rain can get it. So how does these water droplets form? So water droplets form on a surface. You most likely condensation. Okay, condensation form. Then you take a look. Condensation is from what process? Gas to liquid. So gas is water vapor, liquid is water droplets. So then you take a look. Actually, this question is linked to air or respiratory systems. Water vapor, it's related to this part. And you can see that exhale air has a lot more water vapor, right? So then you take a look over here, and it's way warmer also. Way warmer and has a lot more. So the graph shows the number of passengers affect the amount of water droplets formed on the window. So you can see as the passenger increases, the amount of water droplets increases. That is the first relationship that you can make. Explain the relationship between the amount of water droplets formed on the window versus the passenger. The passenger is the change variable. The amount of water droplets on the window is the measured variable. So they are really asking you to state the relationship and explain why is the relationship. So when you have more passenger, the amount of water droplets increases. So state directly. So as the number of passenger increase, the amount of water droplets on the window increases. So this one very straightforward. So how come? So when you have more passenger, so you go back to this. When you have more passenger, more water vapor is given out because they exhale it, right? And most of this water vapor is way warmer than the window. Okay, so condensation will take place. So this is how you could have explained. Okay, more passenger means more passenger exhale more water vapor in the bus. So more water vapor will lose heat and condense on the cooler inner surface of the window, forming more tiny water droplets on this portion. Okay, so this is part of how you answered it. The most important part is to put in the comparative adjective. More passenger, more water vapor, more water vapor, more water droplets. Okay, so this is more about how to answer these questions, and these two parts is really related. Okay, so let me just scroll past back so you can take a look at the answer. Okay, this is up, this is down. Okay, thank you very much.